This is my example for adjusting recipes. So this is where it starts to get a little tricky, and you need to be really organized with how you are writing things down, and even your mathematician skills. You're going to be multiplying or repeated addition. It will be your choice. I did a little bit of both. I'll show you. But first off, you can see that I wrote at the very top, I need 17 servings of each dish. You will know how many servings you need from your front page of your packet. It says on the front page in the Thanksgiving prep, you were supposed to write the total number of servings you need. That was the total number for each dish. So I need 17 servings of each dish. If you go back to the menu options, and it will tell you the recipes for how to make each dish, you can also see how many servings each dish will make. So for example, if you look at the turkey gravy, that makes 6 servings, that recipe. So to make 17 servings, you would have to multiply your recipe by 3, because 6 times 3 is 18, and you would have one more serving than you need, but who doesn't like leftovers? So now let me show you how I multiplied things. So let's take a look at my stuffing recipe. You can see at the top, to help me out, I wrote makes 6 servings. I would totally recommend that you would do that for your own recipes, because that will help you keep track of what you need to multiply by. So if one recipe for stuffing makes 6 servings and I need 17, I'll need to multiply by 3. So you will have to write what you're multiplying by in this corner. Then you need to write how many ingredients, so you need to copy the ingredients over here. You need to copy that onto the menu item original ingredient amounts. Then on this side, it's like a ratio table. You will take your number on this side and multiply it by 3 and write the answer on this side for the adjusted ingredient. So if I have 1/2 cup of butter, let's look at that first ingredient. If I have 1/2 cup of butter, I'll need to multiply 1/2 of a cup by 3. So sometimes if you don't want to multiply fractions, you can just do repeated addition. And that's what I did. So I did 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 1/2. And I know 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole, plus another half would be 1.5 cups. Make sure you are labeling, because if you're not labeling cups or teaspoons, you could be putting in a cup of salt as opposed to a teaspoon of salt. So it's really important to label your units. So you can see that I multiplied everything, all of my ingredients, by 3. You need to do the same. So I did 1/2 cup of chicken times 3. What I did a lot, I already knew that 1/2 cup times 3, or 1/2 times 3, would equal 1.5 cups. So if you already did that math, go back and look to see if you can find it again on your sheet, so you're not repeating yourself over and over again. The biggest thing with this page is to stay organized and make sure that you are making a recipe that's big enough to feed everyone, because that would be the worst thing if you get to Thanksgiving and you don't have enough potatoes for everyone, and everyone was really looking forward to that. So make sure if you need 17 servings, you're going at over 17, but you don't want to go under 17 servings. If you are having trouble adding your fractions or adding your cups together or just adding something, you can always use manipulatives. So you can either use our money to represent a cup, because we talked about fractions as money, or you can use the measuring cups that I have on the back counter.